When I found out I was going to be a parent, I immediately felt a lot of anxiety and worry. So I went on to BetterHelp to try to look for a therapist to help me with that.
My relationship with my family and with my boyfriend and with myself were suffering. I really needed help.
I was ruminating a lot. Really getting those thoughts out to a therapist and getting feedback was just life-changing.
Discover what BetterHelp Online Therapy can do for you. Visit BetterHelp.com today.
Level up your listening with Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra earbuds and headphones with immersive sound and world-class noise cancellation for a not-so-silent night. Visit Bose.com/Spotify to shop sound that's more than a present.
Welcome to the Instagram Stories for Monday, April 12th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. On Mondays, we do something I invented called Mosseri Monday. The head of Instagram, his name's Adam Mosseri, he usually shares very interesting things on his Instagram, but most importantly, he does an Ask Me Anything on Friday afternoons. I want to get into the Ask Me Anything because there's a lot of good questions in there from this week, but honestly, he did an IGTV video that breaks down some of the design elements of Instagram and how the user interface works that I think is really good and really valuable. Here's the clip.
Hey everyone. This week I thought I'd do another hidden gems and highlight some cool features on Instagram that you might not know about. I'm going to do design details. So if I open up Instagram, obviously you start on feed. If I scroll through feed, sometimes I want to get back to the top. One quick way to get to the top, no matter where you are in feed, here's Late Night with Lily, is just to tap again on the home icon. And you go right back to the top no matter where you were in feed. Another one I love is search. So the second tab is Explore. You can go there to find new things, but to actually search for things directly. But if you know you want to search for something directly, what you can do is you can press and hold the search icon instead of just tapping it, and it will not only go to Explore, but it'll open up the search input field and pull up the keyboard so you can type quickly so you don't have to tap twice and go find that. That one's been around for a long time. A newer one is to double tap the profile tab to switch accounts if you have multiple accounts. So I have multiple accounts. I have my public account and I have private accounts for my boys. So if I double tap on my profile, in this case it's switched to Elio's account, my new son, my COVID baby, who's amazing. And so if I double tap it again, it'll switch back to my main account. Here's one that I'm consistently surprised that people don't necessarily know about. It's tap to hold in stories, so not in the nav bar. So let me go over here to, let's find someone from work. So here's Vishal, he's our head of product. I tap on his story. If I want to see the story and I'm worried I'm going to run out of time, I can press and hold on the screen and it'll pause the story so I can finish reading what's going on before I let go, which is pretty useful and exciting. Last but not least, one of my personal favorites, peeking. So here I'm going to go to Explore, and let's say I'm interested in something I'm seeing here. Let's say I'm interested in, I don't know, this men's fashion post. I can press and hold on that post and it'll give me a preview right there in line. I can even drag my finger down and go to the profile, like it in line, tell Instagram I'm not interested in this type of post without actually even having to open it. And when I let go, it pops right back to Explore, which is, for whatever reason, one of my favorites. Hopefully it makes your Instagram experience a little bit more fun. With that, I'm going to sign off. Peace.
So honestly, out of all of those, I think my favorite is the tap and hold on the little magnifying glass to open up search and open up the keyboard and put your cursor in the right spot. I've never heard that before, and I'm really impressed with how that works. All right, let's do one or two clips from the Ask Me Anything. The question, if you had to get rid of one feature on Instagram, what would it be? Love that question. Here's the answer.
This is controversial, but hear me out. Resharing from feed to stories. We hear from people that stories is about, or it's best when you're connecting with your close friends, and it's starting to get overwhelmed with reshared content, which is not the same thing.
Okay, this one is basically Instagram's fault. You limited everyone's reach so that everyone shared their feed posts to stories to make sure more people saw the feed posts, and then you don't think that that's a good feature anymore? I mean, it's a really tough one. If reach wasn't limited, no one would do this, I'm pretty sure. Alright, next question. Hey, can we have the option to disable the like and view counter, buddy? I think it's funny they called him buddy. They're referring to being able to disable the like counts that are on your own posts so people won't be able to see how many likes you got. Here's the answer.
Working on it, looking to test something like that pretty soon, so keep an eye out in the next couple weeks.
I think I've talked about what's coming from a three-pronged approach extensively, but just in case, we'll do a quick recap. Number one, the ability to turn off like counts on your own posts, meaning that globally, none of your posts will have the like counts shared for people who see your post. They won't know how many people liked it. Option two, you can turn off the like counts per post, meaning that if you post something that you don't think will do very well, you can just turn off the likes on that particular post and then no one will have any idea. Number three, you can turn off likes on other people's posts. If you get jealous by seeing the amount of likes that other people have or intimidated by those numbers, you can turn them off for other people. So this way you won't see them at all. I think option number three is really going to be the key personally, but it remains to be seen how that all gets deployed. That's it for today's show. Come back tomorrow for more Instagram strategy, tips, news, and much more.